The Arts Hub with Ashleigh Podcast. One conversation at a time.
The way people entangle each and everything that they come across is different. So obviously, as a musician, you come in between life experiences and people to try and remind them one fact about you that your fans might not know.
I am social. I'm not unsocial like other artists. I am social. I can even walk down to the street and greet people. I don't select people because we all know that we are one. Yeah.
If you are to describe your music in 3 words, what would they be?
I can say it's all about giving people energy, respect each other, and love each other. Those 3 words. Yeah.
What's next? That is LeBron Scott is going to do. Any upcoming projects, tours, or any surprises we should look forward to?
Yeah, we all know that if you are an hip-hop artist, it doesn't mean you can pull up on an Afro genre. Yeah, so I have got an Afro project coming soon. That track called The Ranai.
Yeah. Farire kutamba nema Jesus in a load. Ma Jesus inga kanzire kujambira mu crowd. Ma Jesus inga batiki panyaya dzima fraud. Paspande nema girls, vaska batiki palis. Vaska furike mu round. Vaska kwatuki kabora trimu ground.
Welcome, viewers and fellows, to yet another session of the Answer with Ashleigh Podcast, where we dive into various artistic things. As we know, art is our field. We explore to see the aspiring artists, the already existing artists, and so much more. We do not leave a stone unturned when it comes to art. Yet today is yet another episode where we are diving into the category of music with one of our aspiring artists and a very dominating artist within the music industry, LeBron Scott. Welcome to the show, LeBron, and I'm so thrilled to have you here. And obviously, for those who might discover your music and everything, people really want to know all about you. But for them to know more, we need more detail. If you can first describe yourself as an artist and who you are so that people get to be familiar with you.
I am LeBron Scott. I am a hip-hop artist and my real name is Daniela Sasa. I stay in Budapest. I can describe myself as an hip-hop artist, an artist who was trying to bring his voice on the game.
Okay, that is amazing. We are great to know that you has got a great musical background from some various snippets of the show that we had with you the last time. So I think today we really need to jump into more detail regarding your music journey and inspirations. So firstly, what sparked your interest in music and where did you realize this was your calling?
Well, I started doing music when I was in primary school. Yeah, I used to sing at the functions, every function at school. So that's where I realized that I got a talent of singing. And then by that time, I went to high school. And then I just went to a nearest studio for recording. Yeah, that's where I started doing music.
Okay, it seems that you had a couple of fundamental things that you had, like you learning from at a tender age, I should say, having a couple of things that exposed you to music, and that was really a great start for your inspiration in music, and I'm sure it did the greatest impact. And one thing that I really want to know, since you dived into this category of music or category of artist, who are some of your biggest musical influences, and how have you shaped your sound from whatever they inspired you with so that you curate your music brand?
Well, my biggest music influence I can say your praise DMX. Yeah, those 2 people inspired me to be one of the artists. Yeah. And then what made me got inspired by them is because JP, his flow is dope. Yeah, and his melody. Then about DMX, his voice is good. Yeah.
Okay. That is great because I believe we got a different taste in music and different interests actually. and that impact was more like a breakthrough to you. And with that, I know each and every artist has got a breakthrough moment in music that shapes more of like the musical taste and the type of the genre that they really want to fit into. So is there any way you can maybe walk us through what you can call like your musical breakthrough? What made you to choose the musical genre to fit into?
My breakthrough, well, I can say for the next 2 to 3 years, I'm going to be somewhere else, somewhere big, because I want my music to be international. Yeah, that's what I want my music to be.
Okay. Um, this is really amazing. And I figure that a lot of today's generation, they're actually shaping more of their music into that, should I say, hip hop and Afro pop, if I'm to say, to some, and we got a variety of new genres that are emerging. And even the listeners, the audience, more of them, they're actually following the same path, and it seems really quite interesting. So what I really want to know real quick is that what are the challenges that you had first by studying, when you started your career, and how did you overcome them?
Well, for some challenges I have faced by the time I start doing music. Finance, yeah, I can say finance is the best thing because we all know that money is not that easy to get. So yeah, for the studio fee it's too much. So it's hard for you to afford the amount of the studio fees. Well, to overcome them, I can say just go to the studio and pay up down for the project. Then I'll finish up the project as soon as the producer master it properly.
All right. I can see that you had fought so hard to keep on standing within your way of, of making your music get to be known. Because I know by trying to, paying all the bills and trying, obviously you need to do recordings, media recordings and all that. Everything needs finances, but you have strived to make sure that you keep yourself standing within the musical genre. And I know that your music has been really, really making waves in the streets. And obviously, we would really want to know like what's like your creative process. What is it like? Your music has been really making waves in the streets. And obviously, each and every artist, they've got their own way they deliver the music to the audience. And obviously, there is a creation process that people would really want to know, like what exactly the kind of process that you did from music writing and music producing until now we say you've got a finally released song.
My creative process for writing or producing a song. I quickly write some lyrics before I go to the studio and then I rehearse it. Yeah, I go for rehearsal before I go to the studio for an official recording.
It's actually amazing, man. Like, obviously, people have got different angles. They actually strike their audience. Obviously, the main thing is you're doing it for your audience. You're doing it for different people to listen to and all that. So what I really want to know is, do you have like a particular message or a theme that you aim to convey through music to your audiences?
Well, for the message or the theme that I can aim to convey my music, I can say, yeah, definitely I do. But yeah, I do have a theme. Yeah, something can just say from the start when I start singing.
Okay. So basically you just look around life as whole and that's where your inspiration comes from, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is great because there are actually quite a lot of things that happens within life, and obviously the way people entangle each and everything that they come across is different. So obviously as a musician, you come in between life experiences and people to try and remind them about something through your music, which is brilliant. And it's actually amazing because you are actually playing a huge role to the community, to everyone else, using your music as a tool to deliver that message to them as a reminder as well. So I just wanna ask one other favor. Can you walk us through like the making of one of your favorite tracks? Which of the favorite tracks I should say, and how did you curate it during the whole process from your inspiration? What made you write that song, and what made you like it the most amongst all your tracks?
Well, my favorite tracks, I can say Fahrenheit. That track I recorded it while I was just talking about two people, yeah, about dislikes and likes from those two people. Yeah, and then haters about frenemies. You know that every person guy is called frenemy, haters instead. So yeah, that's all about that track.
Which is brave and really great, because obviously entangling that angle of what people do not really see is actually one of the biggest moves that you did. Farirai is the track, and I'm sure the audience would really want to hear that song. And definitely along the way, along the show, we're gonna really try to put it like as a background track so that they really listen to the song as we vibe through this whole show, so that they'll understand more about your music. And I know that music is constantly evolving. On a daily basis, we find something new, a trend or something. So we just want to know, like, how do you stay ahead and keep your sound fresh, your music, to keep up with the day-to-day life of people, as a lot of things are evolving and changing? How exactly do you keep yourself ahead and, keeping your music fresh to your audience?
Well, for my music, for the music industry constantly evolving, I can stay ahead through reposting my links. Yeah, my YouTube links, my SoundCloud link, Spotify, yeah, something like that. That can keep the music fresh to every people, and every person can even find me through that link.
Okay, that is really amazing and creative. And with the use of social media these days, and a lot of people, they're actually spending much of their time on social media, and that makes it an advantage. Was as you repost the lyrics to your music and reminding people about your songs and your trends, it actually build up a huge audience, which is really great, by the way. And as well as reminding the community that you're still available, you're still there, you're giving them music they want to listen to. And with that, I've got a great question. And I don't know if it sounds really complicated or difficult to you, but I think it's worthy. It's actually worthy to hear what you're going to say about it. The thing is, in the music industry, people, they grow by rising together, which is one of the things that I believe that within arts or anything, we rise by lifting each other. And then that leaves me with no choice but to ask you, like, are there any artists, local or international, that you would love to collaborate with in the future of shaping your music?
I can say in Zimbabwe, Japreza is the first one. And then in international, I can say Dave and Rema. Those three people, yeah, I really want to collaborate with them because they've got good dope bars, dope flow, yeah, and melody, which I like that.
That is great, man. And from what I've heard, he got like the huge figures. And I'm sure there was some inspiration there that you learned. And obviously, to expose yourself to those biggest artists, it can actually help you grow your music and your audience. Because obviously, your target is about spreading the good news to the people. I'm sorry, it seems like we're actually having like a network breakdown, but let's just solve it and finish this whole show. And I know we got the audience, which we really need to focus on. And by so, I know that your fans are a big part of your journey. And how do you stay connected with them? Because those are the people you're doing the music for, your audience. So how do you stay connected with your audience or your fans per se?
Yeah, I always update them through my WhatsApp link. I can give them an idea of my music. Yeah.
That is really great, man. Then that leaves me with the question. What's the next? I mean, what's next? That is LeBron Scott is going to do. Any upcoming projects, tours, or any surprises we should look forward to?
Where I have got a project coming soon. Yeah, we all know that if you are an hip hop artist, it doesn't mean you can pull up on an Afro genre. Yeah, so I have got an Afro project coming soon. That track called Ranai. Yeah, it's all about the male and the female that have been misunderstanding each other.
Yeah, like you would encourage them to reconcile.
So I was trying to calm them, something like telling them how to handle each other, how to love each other, and how to solve these problems when it comes to between them. So yeah, that's all about.
That is really great, man. So if I could give if you could give like one piece of advice to aspiring artists or anybody who's got the passion or any knack of trying out music, what could it be?
Well, an advice I can give to the artists who are coming out there,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I can say be patient, faith, and respect. Go three ways. If it does not have respect, you can't go far.
Yeah.
If it does not
Yeah.
have patience, you can't go far again. Because we all know that patience pays. And then faith, every person should have faith. Even if we check to the international artists, they've got respect, patience, and faith. So they've got those three. Yeah, that's what I can say to the artists.
Well, that is really a great piece of advice, man. And I believe that they are listening and they already took down some notes from what you just said. Because obviously, when you're working within the music industry, you have to respect your surroundings, people that you're working with, people who are inspiring you, and as well people you are working with. Like you mentioned, respect your producer because he's actually the one who's giving you a directory of your music, your guidelines and everything, working together as a thing, which is really great, man. And with that, if I could ask, if you were not a musician, what do you think you'd be doing something else apart from being a musician? If you were not that one, what else do you think you could have been doing that could actually nag your inspiration?
Well, if I wasn't a musician, I would have go to the fashion design because I can say I'm a fashion designer and I sell kicks,
Yes.
shoes. Okay. Yeah, that's my other business.
That is amazing, man. And it is really, really awesome to hear the other side of your inspiration or the other side of what your heart desires at some point besides being a musician or venturing into music. And we know that there are actually quite a lot of things that people expect to know of their musician or their artist. And if I could ask, what's one surprise fact about you that your fans might not know? Like what I'm saying, people, they get to know you with your music, but I know it's not everything that your music delivers to people that let your fans get familiarized with you. So in that case, what is that one fact about you that your fans might not know? That one fact about you, your fans might not know.
Well, it's a surprising fact about me, my fans. I can say I am social. I'm not antisocial like other artists. I am social. I can even walk down to the street and greet people. I don't select people because we all know that we are one. Yeah, we are one.
Yeah.
I'm not antisocial. I am social. That's what I can say.
Hey, which is interesting, man. Because I think I have discovered that quite a lot of artists, I cannot name them with names. Actually, I cannot say their names or anything. But by just seeing things and discovering quite a lot of it, they are actually those artists who could say whosoever will become famous just because they're artists, they don't socialize, they separate themselves from the rest of the community, which is kind of strange for me because that is the community that is actually supporting you, grooving with to your music and all that, but you choose to be that socializing with the community, knowing and respecting that this is where you're coming from and this is where your support is coming from, which is a great initiative actually that you're doing. And if I'm to ask, I know that your music has got the greatest impact to people and your inspiration varies from different angles. But if you are to describe your music in 3 words or in just a few words, what would they be? Like, what are the words exactly that you would say they describe your music?
Well, my music, if I had to describe my music in 3 words, I can say it's all about giving people energy, respect each other, and love each other. Those 3 words. Yeah, that's all about my music.
Okay. That's great, man. That is really amazing. Because obviously, to respect each other, and I think the respect is the most key from all this. That's what I just have to say. Because if you do all things with the respect, and then the rest will just simply follow up with respecting everyone else. Because if you need even to grow your music, if you need your music to be listened to, if you need to grow like your musical circles, first you have to respect everybody that you're coming across with, which is really great, man. And you are actually focusing on the great thing. By so doing, leading by example is one of the keys, and your music is now teaching those same values, which is really amazing. And as we're actually coming to the closing up of this station, I would really want you to help the audience to know where they can find your music and follow your musical journey online.
Where people can find my music through YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify. Yeah, that's where they can find my music.
Okay. That is really amazing, man. It is really, really amazing. So one thing that I would like to ask you is like my last question, to be precise. I know we have a network glitches, but I bet you understand what I'm saying. What could be your final words to the supporters and obviously to our audience and the fans who are listening to this podcast? What could be your final words that you'd like them to hear from you?
Well, my final words for the supporters in the TAHWA podcast community, I can say thank you for bringing me, for tuning me in to your podcast. It's a very opportunity. Yeah, very good opportunity to me, and I appreciate that. And thank you. Thank you to my fans. Thank you for supporting my music. And thank you for keep listening to my music.
That is really impressive. And I really am so sure that they have had it for themselves from you, LeBron Scott, learning your musical journey from where you started, your inspiration, how you ventured through it until it reaches to their ears, and obviously they heard of your wishes and all that you really want your music to push you to. And that has been really an amazing moment that I had with you, LeBron Scott. It's really an honor that we had you on this show. And I suppose that we are going to have more of this interaction in the near future, be it your musical success, the upcoming shows, or anything that you are going to give us. It's really been an honor to have you in the studio today.
And thank you.
All right, man. You are very welcome. I really want to thank you for this moment. Have a wonderful time. And this concludes the session that we had today, our episode with the most amazing young and aspiring music artist, LeBron Scott. His music is taking words in the streets. People are loving it. A lot has been asking questions. Who is LeBron Scott? Well, I believe that this show has helped you to get familiarized with the artist and made it for yourself today to get to know him, his music, and how he got himself into this field. Until next time, this is the Answer with Ashleigh podcast. Keep on checking, and I would really be appreciating it if you guys keep on following up with our upcoming episodes on the STEM show. Stay blessed.